MechaRandom42. Now, I've made a video on this person before. This was probably a year ago when she was making fun of Autumn Snyder's death. She made fun of her suicide. And, I don't know too much about her. I've never kept up with her. I've always found her as one of the most irrelevant parts of the Fandom Menace, which, by the way, the Fandom Menace as, in general is just a horrible group of people. But this is probably arguably one of the stupidest videos I've found. So, MechaRandom42 is this grifter kind of channel who complains about women in movies, LGBTQ plus people in movies, minorities in movies overall. And so basically she made this video called Millie Bobby Brown Turns 18, Don't Look at Me, Read. So in this video, she basically mocks Billy Bobby Brown because she recently spoke out because Millie Bobby Brown, I believe, just recently turned 18. I don't know when this happened, but she did just recently turn 18, and she was talking about how her comments have gone much more sexual. A lot of people are DMing her, trying to have intercourse or trying to do something incredibly inappropriate. Now, to give you an example of what her channel is like, this is her channel. These are her most popular videos. Captain Marvel, Woman Explains Thor. Batwoman First Look Trailer Reaction, Respect the Woman. I'm going to assume that's what it means. Brie Larson, Birds of Prey flop, Don Cheadle, Brie Larson. She even complained about Brie Larson being on YouTube. Here's an example of how stupid she is. She is arguably one of the stupidest people I've ever seen on this platform. In this video, now I'm not going to play the video. You guys can watch it on your own. It is arguably the stupidest video I've seen from anyone in the movie talk space here on YouTube. Now, let's get real right now. I want to get real with everyone here. There is this problem that I've always felt has been a major issue, and there's always been this major problem that once a woman or a man, this also happens to men, turns 18, all of a sudden just there. The age of consent is 18. I believe there's sadly, there are some states in America that make it illegal if you marry a 16-year-old. I believe that's the case, which is sad. It's disgusting. But sadly, this has been happening. So my friend Eddie, he runs a channel called Oh My Diaz 23, or 22, I mean. He was even saying how this happened with the Olsen twins. This has happened in the past where this young celebrity who starts off their career at a very young age, the minute they turn 18, it's like all of a sudden it's fair game. Even recently, let me use an example. There was this meme of this one girl. She did the Cash Me Outside meme on the Dr. Phil show back in 2016, and she turned 18, I believe, a year ago, and she started OnlyFans, and it blew up. Like it blew up the internet. It became the most followed OnlyFans account on social media. It was absurd, because sadly there's a lot of weird, inappropriate people who the minute someone turns 18, it's fair game. Now look, I know legally, anyone above the age of, any grown adult can legally date a 18-year-old, marry, whatever, because once you're 18, you're now legally considered an adult. The thing I hate about this, so what MechaRandom42 says in her video, and let's go back to her video. What she says in her video is it's her fault for dressing provocatively. So there's always been this excuse that when a woman gets assaulted, or if a woman's under the age of 18 and is being looked at, it's their fault for looking provocative. There's always been this stigma in society where it's the woman's fault if they get assaulted, or if you're underage and you're having grown men look at you. I'm going to respond to that. MechaRandom42 said it's basically Millie Bobby Brown's, and she even pulled up images of Millie Bobby Brown dressing provocatively. Here's the thing. In society, women want to look attractive because in society, it's been accepted that men are, men with their goals and their achievements, when people look at men and look at the best things a man does, it typically is things like, how rich they are, how much power they have, having a family, having kids, having all that. With men, it's money, and men a lot. That's kind of the way people view the traits of men. With women, on the other hand, and look, this is society, by the way. I'm telling you guys the truth. This is what happens in society. With women, instead, it's yes, when a woman is rich, when a woman is powerful, that is seen as an accomplishment. But in society, the number one thing most people look at women for is how attractive they are, how beautiful they are. And so women, when they're kids, when they start growing up, they're taught about how you should look very beautiful, how you should look gorgeous, you should look stunning. And so that kind of molds into your mindset. That happens with men. With men, it's like, oh, you should have this big furry beard. You should be a lumberjack. It's like, ooh, strong man. Ooh. But with women, it's always been looking very pretty, looking very beautiful. And one of those things is how you dress. Typically it's associated with women that you're attractive if you're wearing a nice dress. And so women grow up that way. Women grow up wearing dresses. And so when you're growing up around, when you're past the age of 13, around that age, you start wanting to dress more beautiful, more, you want to dress because you want to feel proud. Because let's admit it, when you're wearing your favorite shirt, your favorite jeans, your favorite dress, whatever it is, you feel better about yourself. You feel good. To me, anytime I go to the gym, now, of course, I'm a fat person, but anytime I've gone to the gym, I feel proud the next day. I feel proud. And I feel that way. And some people feel like that with clothes. And so around that age, when you're younger, typically this happens with women, you start feeling prideful. You want to feel good about yourself. And since society treats it as a good thing to look beautiful, to look attractive, you tend to look like the standard that women are looked at, because women are looked at for their beauty, while men are looked at for their power. That's just how society has made it. That's not me making the rules. That's not you making the rules. That's how society has made it from the beginning. Men are power, while women are beauty. That's how it's been seen. And so it makes sense that somebody like Millie Bobby Brown grows up and wants to look beautiful. She wants to look attractive. But MechaRandom42 uses the argument that, so Millie Bobby Brown, she spoke up, she says, people shouldn't be sending these messages, trying to have sex with me, having intercourse with me, just because I'm dressing provocatively. And then MechaRandom42's excuse is, oh, but you asked for it. You're dressing this way, so it's your fault. And again, using what I just said, women grow up wanting to look beautiful, look stunning, and dresses tend to be what society accepts as beautiful, as attractive. Millie Bobby Brown dressing provocatively. Look, to me, I don't care how anyone dresses as long as you're covering your private parts. Obviously, you can't have your boobs out, your dick out, you can't have your ass out. Obviously, as long as you don't have that out, fine. When it comes to how you dress, I really don't care as long as you're covered up in the areas you need to have covered up. I think everyone can agree with that, right? So Millie Bobby Brown, she would dress like this when she was 16, 17, 18. The problem is not her, okay? Because, again, Millie Bobby Brown is a female, and females, again, with society, they're molded to be born like, to want to grow up, to look beautiful, to look stunning. They want to look like this. That's how society has seen women, with their beauty. And Millie Bobby Brown growing up, that's what she saw in her society, and she wants to look attractive. And especially when you got the money, you got the glamour, you can pay anyone to get you whatever dress you want, whatever makeup you want. That's typically how it is, right? I think we all understand that, right? We all understand that's how society is, right? So Millie Bobby Brown is just dressing up how most females want to dress up. Most females tend to go towards society norms, and that's not a bad thing, because society norms are there for a reason. They've been like that forever, and people follow them because they see that's the standard, kind of like, being fit and athletic is a standard. Most people want to be fit and athletic, and most fat people, including me, can tell you that we would prefer to be fit and athletic because that is society's norm, So Millie Bobby Brown is just following a society norm. But the problem with what MechaRandom42 is, basically she's saying dressing provocatively warrants that she gets these messages, that she is the one at fault. Now, I know I went on this whole speech about society, how women are treated for their beauty. Look, that's gonna happen anyways. Like, women want to look beautiful. They want to look attractive. Or most women, when it comes to society norms. And now the reason why I say all this is because, of course, Millie Bobby Brown is part of society. And that's a society norm. She wants to look beautiful. She wants to look attractive. And, again, she has the money to do it. What MechaRandom42 insinuates is that any woman who dresses slightly provocatively is at fault, and the problem isn't the men looking at her. The problem isn't, this is according to MechaRandom42, the problem isn't the men looking at an underage minor. The problem is apparently Millie Bobby Brown, which is the stupidest take I've ever heard in my lifetime. Millie Bobby Brown is not at fault. If you're a grown adult, you know better to not look at a minor that way. You know better that once you know they're under the age of 18, that you should not even slightly think of them in a sexual way. Because as an adult, you have the responsibility. You are responsible for that kid. You are responsible in not doing a stupid mistake. You are the one responsible. A kid is only growing up. When you're a kid, you're just learning about life. You're learning about the world. An adult, you already know more about the world. You're wiser. You're more experienced. And as an adult, you know very damn well that you should not be looking at a minor that way. You know damn well. And I've even been someone who believes that the age of consent should be turned to 20. I think, now that's just an opinion-based thing, but the age of consent to me should be raised to 20. I'm sorry, but I sometimes find it creepy that guys want to date 18-year-olds. To me, that's still way too young. That is still way too young. So the problem isn't Millie Bobby Brown. The problem is the men, the women, or anyone looking at her and saying, "Oh my God, look how attractive! Oh my God, I want to do things to her." That's the problem. The problem is the men. The problem is them. Because again, as a grown adult, you know better. Millie Bobby Brown's just a kid. Millie Bobby Brown, she just wants to do what society has accepted. It's a society norm. It's a society norm. And again, what are you doing looking at a child that way? I look at so MechaRandom42 pulled up the images of Millie Bobby Brown in her dress, and all I thought was, hey, look, she just wants to look good. She just wants to feel great about herself. And again, she's covering everything she needs to cover. As an adult, I know damn well not to look at her that way, because I know damn well what her age is, and I know I'm not going to do crap about it. I know as an adult, I have the responsibility to make sure that I'm not doing stupid things. Millie Bobby Brown's just a kid. Millie Bobby Brown is just a minor. And by the way, I'm 20 years old. I'm 20. So I'm not that far from Millie Bobby Brown's age. And even I, a 20-year-old who's only 2 years older than Millie Bobby Brown, even I know damn well not to do stupid things. And MechaRandom42 basically insinuates that sexual assault, that looking at a minor in this way, the problem isn't the men. The problem isn't the people looking at her. The problem is her for following society's norm. Like, I'm sorry, but how do you even debate this? How do you debate this? How do you look at yourself and think, this young woman who's just following society norms, how do you even turn on that camera and think that it's her that's at fault? And apparently she called it fair game. She's an 18-year-old. She's still a kid. 18. Teen is still in the number. That is creepy. Whoever's sending her those messages is obviously a creep and needs to be sent to therapy, jail, whatever. I'm sorry, but how does MechaRandom42 defend these groomers? How do you defend these morons who look at a child in this way? I don't get it. I don't get how you make a video this stupid and think people are going to take you serious. And again, this is someone who has a history of making stupid sexist videos, obviously complains about minorities being in movies. Look at her videos. Look at her videos. And yet you defend men finding this young woman in a sexual way. You find the problem, apparently the MechaRandom42, the problem isn't the men. The problem is Millie Bobby Brown because she's just following society norms. That's apparently it's Millie Bobby Brown's fault. And I'm sorry, but a person, and I don't believe in cancel culture. I don't believe in canceling people. But MechaRandom42 should not have a channel. She should not have a platform. 62,000 people, almost 1,619 people watched a video of her saying that Millie Bobby Brown, a child, is at fault, rather than the men who are staring at the child. The problem, again, isn't Millie Bobby Brown. The problem is the men who should know better, who should know that you shouldn't be looking that way at a child, and especially sending her messages like that. I'm sorry, but the men are at fault. And women, maybe there are lesbian women who are doing this to Millie. I don't know. I haven't read the DMs, but my assumption it's more than likely men. I don't get it. I don't get it. Millie Bobby Brown is following a social norm that's been implied for centuries. And it's not like... So I don't really want to put up an image because she's a minor, but MechaRandom42 put this image. That's just a normal dress. It's a normal dress. Any grown man with a sense of common sense should look at this picture and think, hey, it's a young woman. She wants to look attractive, and then move on. Any normal, regular man, adult man, should look at this and think, you know what? She just wants to look attractive, and then move on. That's it. That's what I thought. That's all. I just saw a young woman who's following society norms. And again, it looks like MechaRandom42 follows society norms here. Just look at her content. I don't get what's so difficult to understand. The men are at fault. Let's read some comments actually. Let's see. Andy Liffer says this would all make more sense if she wasn't homely. I suppose she's a competent actress who could tell child actors are mostly place work. I mean, I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so Cinematastic says it's her fault. She is wearing a dress and trying to look attractive, and the people saying creepy things about her are not at fault. And it's perfectly fine to say gross things about her because she's wearing a... Oh, I think she's being... I think this person's being sarcastic. But that is basically what she's saying. She's saying that the adult grown men are not at fault who are staring at a child in a sexual way. The problem isn't them. Apparently the problem is the young girl who's following society norms, who's just wearing a dress. That's what I'm getting from this video. That's what MechaRandom42 believes. She shouldn't have a platform. I'm sorry, MechaRandom42, she made fun of Zack Snyder's daughter's suicide. She's made these stupid-ass videos. And now she's making a video that a minor who just turned 18 is at fault for committing to society norms. The fault should be the men. Those are the problem. That's the problem. And all Millie Bobby Brown was speaking about how, sadly, there are people who sexualize underage women. And I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, she's 18. She just turned 18. This was happening before. If you read the article and all that. And also, she just turned 18. I'm sorry. I'm 20 years old. And when I hear a girl just turned 18, I'm not like, fair game. I'm just thinking to myself, oh, cool. She's grown up. Whatever. Move on. That's all I think. I do not get how this grown woman, I don't know how old she is, but she's an adult, obviously. MechaRandom42. I do not get how she says something this stupid. Obviously, it's for clicks. But hey, all I'm going to say is you've got to be one of the stupidest people I've ever seen on this platform. And you shouldn't even have this platform. And if she watches this video and thinks that I'm saying something wrong, hey man, contact me. I got Twitter, Instagram, link in description, email, whatever, wherever you want to contact me, and maybe we can set up a debate, whatever. But I'm not going to stand for this stupid ass bullshit. This is genuinely the stupidest video I've ever seen. You're complaining about a minor wearing a dress. You're complaining about a girl wearing a dress. And you're saying that the men who are staring at her or who are sexualizing her aren't the problems. You're saying that she's the problem for wearing the dress. No. The problem is the grown men for looking at her that way. What do you... I'm sorry, but whoever subscribed to MechaRandom42, please let me know why you subscribed to her. I don't know how someone can genuinely support somebody this stupid. But anyways, that's going to be it for my video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.